For this series, I wanted to take a look at some of the biggest fears that you might have if you are interested in traveling full-time in the future that are holding you back from doing it, and help you kind of bust through some of those fears so that you might be able to actually take some first steps towards traveling full-time. This video is going to look at the biggest fear everyone has, which is how will you afford full-time travel? In order to make these videos a little bit playful, I've asked a couple of friends to join me. They're meant to represent the battle that you're going to go through between your head and your heart about making this dream you have of full-time travel possible. The two friends are Claire and Voyant, and you'll see that Claire speaks from her heart and Voyant very much the head, very logical. By the way, their accents are not intended to judge anyone from the countries that they are from as being anything like them, and any similarities to anyone that you may know, purely coincidental. So let's kick off with Voyant, letting us know the logical side of why you absolutely shouldn't travel full-time if you're worried about money.
Non, mais tu es riche ou quoi? Where do you think you have the money for this? Is not logical. Think about this. You need your money, you need more money, lots and lots of money. You must buy the beautiful vêtements, the clothing. You need the best sunglasses, you need the top of the line. Technology, how will you buy all this if you are traveling full time? You are stupid. Non. Il n'y a pas de logique. Non, je comprends rien là. Look, when you go on the vacation, the vacation is like, in a few days, you have spent thousands of dollars. How will you do this every day? This makes no sense at all. I do not understand how you can even think for one moment that this is a wise idea. It is not.
Voyant, as you see, is very, very passionate about her convictions. And you may know people like her that are telling you, or it might be in your own head, all of these beliefs that you just don't have enough money to be able to travel. And this idea of leaving the mainstream, leaving the normal world and not having a normal life are all things that you definitely shouldn't do. So that's what she is meant to portray. So let's hear from Claire now, who's going to present a more heart-centered approach.
I think most of our lives, we're just so fucking worried about, like, do we have enough money? Like, is it, are we earning enough money? Should we get another job and get more money? And then, we get so, like, locked in to this concept of, like, so we make more money, we get the raise, we get the promotion, we get the other job, we double our salary, we're so happy. What do? We go and we get a bigger home, a bigger space, we buy lots of shite and we put all that fucking shite into that new space, which then gets too small because we got too much shite, and then we got to get another bigger space, and of course we need like a fancier, bigger car, and maybe if we're lucky, maybe we'll get a helicopter too, so we get into this bloody cycle of constantly like spending this money, and so we get dependent on all this money because really we're just dependent on spending this fucking money that we don't have to spend, right? And so when you're traveling, the thing is, if you're in a job now, right, you go on this vacation, like, and it's sort of a break. It's like this chance to just relax and not do any work, and then you kind of feel like you're unplugged and you get to be yourself. But then, to do that, right, you got to get a massage and a facial, and you got to eat really, really nice food and pamper yourself because you never have the time to do that, right? So you probably like spend like a shite load of money for this vacation for like a week. You probably drop like $1,000, maybe $3,000 before you know it. But the thing is, when you're traveling full time, you don't travel like you're on vacation. It's a lot less expensive. And so I would say if you want to afford it, you definitely can do it.
It's perhaps the final thing that Claire said that is one of the truest things of all, that if you are passionate and devoted to making this life of full-time travel happen, you will make it happen and you will figure it out. But here's a couple of things to think about. When you travel on vacation, you're usually trying to escape from your real life. And to do that, you want to pamper yourself. You want to stay in the finest hotels and you want to get massages and facials and do these expensive tours and all that. So that's great on vacation as a form of escapism. But full-time travel is a completely different game. So when you travel full-time, it's your life. And when you're in your daily life, you simply don't do the same things and you don't spend the same amount of money. In fact, life as a full-time traveler or nomad is actually a lot cheaper than a fixed, stable life. I was really surprised about this, but when you travel, you actually just simply don't have half of the bills that you do when you have a fixed life. And you don't shop as much, and you don't pamper yourself as much. I mean, unless, of course, you are wealthy, and then good for you, go do that. But you will be surprised at how little money you actually need to be able to travel full-time. It's nowhere on par with vacation. And in fact, I will say that to Voyant's point, absolutely, you can't, if you intend to spend money on full-time travel the way you do spend it on vacation, you probably can't afford full-time travel. And that's the thing, is that that's just not how you're going to be spending any money at all. I created a free training with 5 steps on how you can get started with being able to afford full-time travel. I'm going to put the link in the description field, so feel free to head on over there and watch it. You don't have to sign up, you can just go there and watch it. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you're not already a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button and make sure to hit the bell to be notified of the next video when it comes out.